always. I really appreciate, and I think everyone here appreciates you being here. All right, so now it's time for you to do your job.
At just before 1 p.m. Monday, jurors began deliberating in the Kim Potter trial. The question for them is to decide whether the former Brooklyn Center officer was guilty of manslaughter when she fatally shot Daunte Wright during a traffic stop last April. During closing arguments Monday, the state argued that Potter should have known she used her firearm instead of her taser, accusing the 26-year police veteran of neglecting years of training.
Daunte Wright's parents, Katie and Aubrey Wright, will have an empty seat at their table this holiday season because the defendant shot and killed him on April 11th of this year.
State Prosecutor Aaron Eldridge called Potter's actions a, quote, colossal screw-up and a, quote, blunder of epic proportions. Eldridge argued that Daunte Wright's decision to flee doesn't matter in this case, nor does Wright's marijuana usage, nor his bench warrant for illegal gun possession, nor his restraining order for harassment. The prosecutor argued it's only Officer Potter's actions that matter in this case. The defense then gave its closing arguments, saying Daunte Wright was absolutely a threat to the three responding officers.
And at the same time, Sergeant Johnson says you have, and he wants to know why, you have a warrant. Now, Daunte Wright realizes there's a warrant for his arrest. And he knows what it is. So, within seconds, he all of a sudden breaks away. That's the cause, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. That's what caused this whole incident.
12 jurors will decide the case. They will remain sequestered throughout deliberations. Jurors will also be able to hold Potter's taser and firearm to help them in their decision. COVID testing sites across the metro are busy as people try to get checked before traveling or gathering for the holidays. As Sonia Goins reports, the Brooklyn Park Starlight Center is one of the busiest testing locations in the state.
Minnesota Department of Health officials are asking people to pack their patients when they come out here to the Brooklyn Park Starlight Center. That's because at times the lines are long and you could be waiting over an hour. Many people are adding COVID-19 testing to their last-minute holiday to-do list as coronavirus cases continue to rise in Minnesota and across the country. Monday, the Minnesota Department of Health says there are almost 3,400 newly reported cases.
We've got some people coming over and stuff, and we don't want to, we've all been boosted and everything, but we don't want to give it to somebody else if we do possibly have it.
The Brooklyn Park Community Testing Site offers the saliva and rapid COVID-19 test. People can get their results as quickly as 15 minutes with the rapid version.
We just got back from Arizona after 8 days, and we want to make sure we're safe around our family and friends.
Meanwhile, Minnesota Department of Health officials are asking the public to not go to the ER to get tested unless the person needs to be hospitalized. In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Health experts are asking the public to get vaccinated, get tested, and to wear face protections while getting together for the holidays. Healthcare workers continue to feel the brunt of the pandemic. Students recognize their efforts this week by saying thank you. This is a group of first graders from Elm Creek Elementary School presenting a batch of thank you letters to North Memorial healthcare workers. A staff member picked up the letters and says they will be appreciated at the hospital, where workers are still as busy as ever.
We're bursting at the seams, for lack of a better term, and everyone is working long hours, multiple shifts. So this was just a way of just giving them that light, that spark.
Students from Osseo and Robbinsdale district all took part in this project, writing thousands of letters that will be delivered this week. For some students in the Osseo School District, learning looks a lot different this year as they opted to stay in distance learning. Reporter Nina Bupasavan has more about what that looks like in today's School Spotlight.
For students at 279 Online, school is only a click away.
This is the 279 Online end of Trimester 1 Pep Fest.
And it's actually becoming a bright spot in their day.
We've seen a lot of scholars who have found their voice in an online setting, whereas when they were sitting in a classroom, they didn't have that same voice, they didn't have that same comfort. They're able to connect with people in different ways.
Sifu Jocelyn.
Hi, Nyashong Kulumbe Hua Sifu Jocelyn.
Jocelyn Fang has found new confidence in online school while reconnecting with her roots.
Kind of lost my language growing up because when I tell you about 5 years ago today, I did not know how to speak Hmong at all. You would say Shinji Do.
But now knowing Hmong has become a catalyst for more positive change.
Everything started getting better, like my relationships with people, my grades, my trust in others. You can say, "Are you Hmong?"
She is now teaching younger students.
I love it so much.
I appreciate the opportunity to learn online like this.
Parents are also seeing benefits.
When you have the knowledge and the comfort level of being able to attend school in an environment where you know you're safe because you're at home, and to be preparing for life after high school where you're more in charge of your destiny, so to speak, I think it's been invaluable.
It definitely makes me feel better about myself because I know that I'm helping people.
Brandon Brown credits volunteer service as a bonus. He helps younger students with schoolwork.
That's like kind of important to me. And I also think that, not to be selfish, but I think it looks pretty good for colleges as well.
If we go to the instruction slide here, you can see you're going to research your element to include the following information.
I think that there's a desire for something different, and really looking at what works for scholars and families nowadays is different than what it was 50, 100 years ago.
Nina Bupasavan, CCX News.
After falling just short of a state Class 4A title last season, the Hopkins girls basketball team is running roughshod over the competition early this season. The Royals face one of the top teams in Class 2A Friday. John Jacobson has the highlights.
Hopkins girls basketball, the top-ranked team in Class 4A, at home to play the number 2 team in Class 2A, Minnehaha Academy. Amaya battled the steal for Hopkins, and she'll take it back all the way, finishing with a nice Euro step to get to the basket. It's a 10-2 Hopkins lead. Battle then with an assist, setting up Taylor Woodson for the jumper. Woodson finishes the night with 13 points. Hopkins shares the ball so well. Maya Najee passes to Liv McGill for the pull-up jumper. The Royals extend their first half lead to 14 points. Nunu Agara stops and pops in the lane, hits for 2. Hopkins leads by 28 at 39-11. Najee misses the shot inside, but Agara is there for the putback, and she's fouled. A team high 19 points for Agara. University of Arizona signee Najee penetrates and scores here. 18 points in the game for her. Hopkins is now 7-0 on the season. They rout Minnehaha Academy 80-46. John Jacobson, CCX Sports.
The Champlin Park girls basketball team started 0-3 against some tough foes. The Rebels look to make it 2 straight wins as they hosted Totino-Grace. Here's John again.
Northwest Suburban Conference girls basketball. It's Totino-Grace taking on Champlin Park. Good transition basket early for the Eagles. Hannah Herzig passes to Leah Dengerud. She leads Grace in scoring in this game with 18 points. Caroline Schlafer then knocks down a 3-pointer for Grace in a back-and-forth first half. Champlin Park's Michaela Counts hits a jumper for 2 in what would be a balanced scoring attack for the Rebels. Alicia Bates looks down court and finds Ava Holman. She pulls up from 15 feet to score. The Rebels are in front at halftime. Second half, and Herzig picks up a loose ball in the lane and puts it up and in. She finishes the night with 14 points. Nicole Lillard hits a big 3-pointer for the Rebels as they pull away late. Lillard, Bates, and Counts all score 13 points to lead Champlin Park. Holman with a dribble drive to the basket. She misses, but Izzy John is there for a rebound and putback as Champlin Park wins it over Totino-Grace 53-47. In Brooklyn Park, John Jacobson, CCX Sports.
In prep wrestling, District 279 rivals Park Center and Osseo went head-to-head on the mat in what turned into an entertaining match. Park Center pays a visit to Osseo to take on their district rival on the wrestling mat. In one of the premier matches of the night at 152 pounds, John Lundstrom of Osseo gets the takedown on the way to a 3-1 win over Samson Oyadokin to give the Orioles a 25-18 lead. But Park Center takes 3 in a row. DeCarlon Henderson works the roll here for a reversal against Devin Williams in the 160-pound match. Henderson stays with it to get a pin. The Pirates are within 25-24. After another pin at 170 for PC, Mohamed Bamba follows suit at 182 for the Pirates, getting the fall against Matthew Grassi as Park Center surges into the lead 36-25. In a matchup of ranked wrestlers at 195, Osseo's number 5 Aiden Wayne gets the takedown and beats 9th-ranked Ishmael Conte 3-1. Osseo's reigning 220-pound state champion Jacob Meisner bumps up to heavyweight and pins Riley Johnson of the Pirates. An exciting back-and-forth duel goes the Orioles' way as Meisner's fall gives them a 40-36 win. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.